All right, everybody, this is day number 7 of the 10-day Thankskilling challenge from Brother Peanut Butter. And today is Independent Film Day, and so I have decided to do another Wild Eye releasing, killing two birds with one stone, because I needed to do some Wild Eye reviews, and this was a great opportunity to do one. Today I am reviewing the film Bunni from Wild Eye Releasing. And first off, I gotta say, take a look at that cover art. Tell me that's just not absolutely amazing. Awesome, awesome cover art. Wild Eye always does so well on their packaging. This movie was directed by Daniel Benedict, who also stars in the movie. Well, he's one of the actors in the movie as the character Rick. Our final girl and main character is named Paige, and she is played by Mercedes Varble, I think is how you say it. And our killer, also known as Mother or Bunny, Bunni, because there's two bunny characters in the film. The first bunny is one you'll find out in the beginning, and then you'll find out later what happens to her. And then the mother, who takes on the persona of Bunny. And she wears like this really sexy rabbit costume. And she is played very well by Alexandria Hedrick. After a Halloween party, 4 friends decide to break into an abandoned warehouse. A warehouse that was a novelty and sex shop warehouse. And comes to find out, they walk right into the clutches of an insane killer. This film won 4 different awards at 4 different film festivals. It won the Best Feature at the Imaginarium Film Festival 2014. It won the Official Selection of Cinema Wasteland 2014. Official Selection New Orleans Comic Expo 2014. And Official Selection at Fright Night Film Fest 2014. So this is a 2013 film, by the way. And it is, as I said, released by Wild Eye Releasing. And once again, big props to the people over at Wild Eye, especially Rob, for sending me some awesome films. I am going to start with cons, though, and my first con is the acting. Very amateurish, especially in the beginning of the film. As I said, I really like the performance of Alexandria Hedria as the killer, once she becomes the killer. But her delivery of her lines and all at the beginning of the film is not good. And the guy that plays her husband is very, very bad. He is just not good at all. And the rest of the actors in this, there's nothing terrible about them, but there's nothing special either. And the acting just suffers a bit from definitely an amateur cast. But that's okay. That's part of independent horror movies. And we can forgive those things. Not really a con, but I hated Rick, the character that Daniel Benedict plays. And maybe that's meaning he played him well, because, God, this guy is such a douche, and I just wanted him to die. I thought Trent from Friday the 13th Remake and Trey from Freddy vs. Jason were bad. This guy makes them both look like fucking saints. And he actually even uses one of Trey's lines. I don't know if that was done on purpose or anything, but he actually uses one of Trey's lines. Babe, don't make me tell you twice. And I just couldn't wait for him to die. I hated his character. I thought he was an absolute douchebag. I guess I got to give props to Daniel Benedict for playing him well enough to make me believe he was an absolute douchebag. One con I do have associated with the character is when he is killed, it's a throat slit, and they drag the knife across his throat. And you can very blatantly tell that it's the back of the knife. It's not the blade of the knife that's being brought across his throat. And I thought that wasn't done well. And it made me kind of think, okay, well, maybe the effects in all this movie are not going to be so great. However, I'm happy to say that they got much better after that. In the movie, there is a scene where one of the young couples finds a DVD that they think is a porn, and they put it in a DVD player and they're watching it. And it turns out to be basically a snuff film. And you can tell that it's being portrayed as being real as it actually had happened. Not only is it a snuff film, but it's a flashback to the Bunny / mother character from 18 years prior. And right in the middle, she wheels a TV in with a VCR, puts a tape in, and it's this guy talking to his daughter about she wants to go outside, and he's saying no, he needs his sugar, and it's obviously a pedophile, and I don't understand why that's in there. I don't know if that little girl was supposed to be her, maybe I missed the name on it or something, or if it was supposed to be the husband she was killing. But if it was the husband she was killing or the guy she was killing, they didn't put that into context really. I don't understand why that was there, and even though it doesn't show anything at all, it's just them talking. It's just kind of a really disturbing scene. I don't know why it's there. So that was a con for me. Going back to acting a little bit, and also maybe a bit of the directing, and I'm not saying Daniel Benedict was bad, but you can definitely tell he's an amateur filmmaker. There's a point where a police officer comes in to investigate the scene because he sees the door is broken into, and he comes in to investigate, and he finds a girl laying on the ground, disemboweled completely. And he comes up to her, and he's got his fingers on her pulse, and he's going, "Ma'am, are you okay? Ma'am, are you okay?" It's like, dude, she's disemboweled. You have her fingers on her pulse. She's obviously dead. Why are you asking if she's okay? The last con I want to talk about is the very end of the film ends on a very strong note. I really enjoy it. Our main character, Paige, is going to town on Mother, and it's awesome. And then it cuts right there, and it brings in the scene, or it brings in the title card, Bunny, and there's some cool music playing. And then all of a sudden it stops, and it says 1 year later, and you think, okay, we're going to get a quick little, mid-credit scene. It's like a 10-minute scene, or a 10-minute segment that is completely needless. Now, what they're trying to do, I get, and it works. But all they had to do was start it from where I'm not going to give everything away, but where the person comes in the front door. That's all they had to do was start it right there. But they go through this whole thing where she's showering and feeding her baby and all this and all that and all this stuff, when all they had to do was start it right then and there, and that would have worked. It would have worked just fine. To start the credits and then put a 10-minute scene right in the middle is just too much. Especially when you ended your film on such a strong note. So to start off our pros, my first pro is I love that the fat guy has a hot chick. Harley, what are you doing? It's bedtime. Why aren't you in bed? Huh? Why aren't you in bed? I guess we're going to have a guest for the rest of this film. I'll try and make it quick because I need to put her back to bed. Where was I? So, yeah, I like the fact that there's one of our main actors is a fat guy who has a really hot girlfriend, because that's something you just don't see in a lot of movies. And I really enjoy that. I think it makes it feel like a more down-to-earth kind of film. The movie is paced very well. It's short. It's only 70 minutes long. It's only about an hour and 10 or 12 minutes. It's not very long at all, but it's paced well. You don't really get bored, especially when all the killing starts. It really goes at a good clip. There is some really good gore effects in this movie that I was really happy with. Especially in the torture scene where we see Mother or Bunny becoming who she is. That's really good, and really good gore, really well done. I really enjoyed that part of it. My next pro kind of goes along with that one, and that is that there is a ton of blood in this film. So much blood everywhere, and the blood looks really good. It doesn't look crappy. It doesn't look too red. It looks just about right, and it looks really nice. And there's a lot of blood, and it's a lot of fun, and it's just a great splatterfest. I could have used this as the Splatterfest entry, but I didn't know it at the time, so that's okay. Overall, I really enjoyed Bunny. There was some bad acting, there was some bad decisions, some bad directing decisions, but those are all things that you come to expect from independent films and first-time filmmakers especially. Now, I don't know if this is this guy's very first film, but you could tell that he's not that experienced. However, I really think that they put forth a great effort, and I think they did an awesome job. As far as their capabilities were, I really like what they put forward. And you can see potential in these people. Overall, if you get a chance to check out Bunny from Wild Eye, pick it up. It's a good buy. It's something that I think you'll like, especially if you're a gore hound and if you like independent cinema. So this is Bronco Juggalo. It is day 7 of the Thankskilling challenge. Tomorrow is day 8. I believe it is horror comedy day. So check that out. Check out this one. And, well, you're already obviously checking out this one. And then check out all the other people that are doing this challenge. You have Brother Peanut Butter, of course, who created it. You have Horrific Nightmares JM, Dave Maggot, and Horrorfan 34. All awesome guys doing awesome videos. So in the meantime, guys, until tomorrow, this is Bronco Juggalo saying peace. Hey, you double G-A-L-O. Hey, 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 hey.